Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us on Monday morning. Hope you have a great day at work and a great week at work or whatever you're doing this week. But first, let's get into our video. This is a video recently went out to Legendary Marine, and Whitney went with me, and we had just a great time. Mark Cowart and Michael Cowart did a clinic on red fishing and had a great turnout. We had folks coming driving down from Dothan that heard about it on the show, and we had folks coming over from Ebro and a lot of local folks. It was great to see y'all, first of all, but then hearing Mark and Michael talk about red fishing here locally in West Bay and East Bay.
We're going to get started in about 5 minutes, guys, but thank y'all so much. And we want to thank Mark Cowart for being here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Mike, this is this right here. He's the one that catches a fish. I just get him in the net.
So enjoy, guys. Thank you very much.
We use knots. Everybody has their own favorites. Some people want to tie uni knots. Some people tie these bimini twist things and all that kind of stuff. And very early on, I learned to tie a surgeon knot. Y'all heard of surgeon knot? Surgeon knot's the fastest knot that you can tie to connect a main line to a leader. As long as you're using something that's similar size. If you're using 20-pound Power Pro and a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, piece of cake. The difference is on this diagram, it shows, if y'all take a look at this, y'all got this, right? If you look at this diagram, it shows that it wraps it twice. That's for mono. If you're using Power Pro to mono or Power Pro to fluorocarbon or any braid to fluorocarbon, you need to wrap it 3 times. Now, we'll demonstrate that. It doesn't do any good for y'all to really watch that back there. So what we're going to do is anybody who wants to see that knot tied, when we're finished, y'all just come up and we'll just give us 3 or 4 minutes. You'll be a master at tying that knot. It is idiot proof. Next knot we use, depending on what you're fishing with and what you're fishing for, you'll either tie on with a direct knot like an improved clinch knot or polymer knot, or a loop knot. For example, if you're throwing a topwater bait, you don't want to tie directly onto the bait. You want to use a loop knot. Some people still use like little tiny stainless snaps. I did it when I first started. I didn't know any better. I had no clue how bad it affected the bait's action. That little bit of weight on front really threw it off. So the loop knot is the absolute simplest thing to tie. It's way easier. If you tie an overhand knot, you can tie a loop knot in blindfold. You have to know the light conditions and the light conditions that you're fishing in and how it affects the fish and it affects your bait. Okay? The next element of it, with the bait you're using with your equipment, you have to know what the water temp is. And that's really more of a variable based on the time of the year. But at the same time, what happens is a lot of the time, people are fishing the wrong baits in the wrong place at the wrong time of the year. If they went 6 months the other direction, they'd be perfect. And we're going to go through that just briefly in just a second. I just got to share all this with y'all. The next thing is on the baits. Understand the water. Now, all last summer, everybody was dealing with water that looked like iced tea. Anybody remember that? It was terrible. So you were forced to throw anything that was flashing, anything that was noisy. For example, we're going to throw a top pup or maybe a top dog junior. Really choppy, windy water. If you're hell-bent on fishing top water when the water is almost white capping, you don't need to throw this. They can't find it. You'll see them flash at something. You'll see them strike at something and they miss it. It may be they don't want the top water. Or it may be that they're losing it in the silhouette against the sky. Dirty water, rough water. Calmer water, clear water.